Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. It is a gorgeous day outside today, so I wanted to go over some tips on getting your garden ready for the spring. You know, we need to start thinking about the spring. It's in the air, it's calling our name. So I want to go over some tips on getting your garden ready, pulling out all the dead, going over what is not going to grow, what's done for the season, like our peas over here on the fence line. They are not doing so good, not looking hot at all. So we got to take some things out of the garden, and you want to make sure you're taking out what is done and leave what is still producing. So we have some peppers that are still jamming out here in the garden. You can see them right over there. And we're going to continue to grow them because they're still pushing out flowers and everything from the winter. We're growing them over the winter time. So I get a lot of questions on, when should I start my plants? 4 to 6 weeks before your last frost date. Our frost date here in Central Florida is going to be so much different than your frost date, because you might get snow, you might be experiencing a late frost, you might get an early frost date, which we had. I think we're done for the season, which is amazing. I'm sorry you guys are dealing with that polar vortex. I know it's crazy up there, so stay warm, stay inside, and get your seeds starting. Start your seeds 4 to 6 weeks before your last frost date, which should be right about now. And make sure you're going throughout your garden, picking out what's dead, getting ready the soil, till up your soil, get some new soil in there with some compost that you have freshly made. Like we make our own homemade compost here, or you can just go ahead and buy some raised bed mix or some potting soil, throw it in your garden bed over there or your container totes like we have. You can see we have a lot of cottage garden mix over here that is getting big, along with my blueberries and the peas that are still growing. You can see them. I'll show you guys. Take a walk over there. It's just gorgeous out today. I wanted to share all this with you because it's such an important part in gardening, taking all this dead out and making sure you're leaving this new. You can see we have a lot of peas that are still growing on there, so they're going to be growing for a few more months, and we're going to leave them to produce. My blueberry, she's producing like crazy. She's going to be getting a lot of blueberries on her. You can see her right there. I love my blueberry. My blackberry is shooting out. So, get your seeds started inside. If you need to, invest in a grow light. They're amazing to have. I actually have one inside. We went over my grow light, so I have 4 sets. I got 2 2-footers and 2 4-footers. They're amazing. They work great. And I also have a full spectrum I use inside as well, which I'm using right now to start some seeds indoors, like some sensitive stuff, like my strawberries and stuff like that. Everything can be started outside right now because we are not getting below 50 degrees at night anymore. It's getting a little chilly, but it's not getting below 50. So a lot of my stuff can be started out here, like my Black Beauty eggplant. Now I get a lot of that question, what do I start? What do I grow in the season? Well, the little seed packet gives you a guide on what season it should be growing in, like cabbage and peas and, broccoli, lettuce. That is a cool weather vegetable. Radish can be grown in the heat, but you're going to get a heat radish. So you're going to get a spicy radish versus growing radish in the cooler weather where you get a nice sweet radish instead of a spicy one. So radish can be grown in all seasons. It just depends on what kind of food you like. Do you like spicy or not spicy? Carrots really do well in summer or winter. Best in winter here in Florida, but I can grow them up until like March, April, May. I'm pushing it because carrots do not like hot weather, and we just get beating sun all day long here. The humidity's coming. I can feel it. The sun's beating down. We're getting suntanned out here, so that's kind of crazy in February. But I hope you guys just start a garden of your own, and this inspires you to plant some things right now. Get ready for the spring that's coming, and just remember, go buy that guide on your seed packet. I grow a lot of stuff off season, like my peppers and stuff like that, because they're still growing. I protected them from the frost that we got, that little bit of frost we got hit with last month. I think it was, we got like down to 35-ish, so it got pretty cold, and I had to cover my strawberry and a couple of things. You can see just how I cover that stuff. I just put a sheet over it, stick it in my lanai, bunch them up all together, and they kind of keep each other warm, like a wolf pack in the cold weather. So just get your seeds started, guys. If you have any questions, it's why I'm here and it's what I do. I'd love to help you in any way possible. Thank you so much for stopping by. See you next time.